Hi guys, Dr. D-Nice Beaugelin here, solar powered and energized by the S-O-N. Well, you know what time it is? It's our first Wednesday video. And before we continue our communication or talk about sex, I gotta show y'all my outfit. Hold on. Beautiful, isn't it? It's called a basuti, and it is from Uganda. A friend of mine gave it to me. Love it. Anyway, let's talk about the things that influence how we think about sex. And there are a few of them. The top 5 for me are religion, music, media, parents, friends. Yes, top 5. Now, in all of these, there can be thoughts about sex that are way over on that side and way over on that side in their school of thought. Like, really. So, there's some that says, when do you have sex? Only when you're married. Who do you have sex with? It has to be a person that was born of the opposite sex. Where do you have sex? Only in the bedroom, only at night. What position do you have sex in? Missionary. Why do you have sex? Only for reproduction. And then there's the other side of the fence that says, when do you have sex? Anytime you're ready. Ready? Okay, who needs to be? Just anytime. Who do you have sex with? Anything, anybody, and I said anything because there's some people that are quite comfortable with having sex with animals. Where do you have sex? Anywhere, in the park, in the car, in the plane, Mile High Club. Yes, anywhere. What position you have sex in doesn't matter as long as you're flexible enough to get in the position that's needed. And if you can't, we'll just do some propping to get you there. Why do you have sex? For pure fun. Pure fun. And that's the two sides of the coin. Now, let's talk about those top 5 influencers that I mentioned before. Parents. Parents really do have a big role to play in how we feel about sex. After all, you are walking around with half of their DNA at all times. So whatever it is that you don't pick up from being around them, it's just kind of in you. I mean, whether you live with them or like them, it doesn't matter. Their views and how they've experienced sex is part of you. And you will approach sex very similar to how they do. Let's talk about religion. Religion is just a big part of how people approach and look at sex. Look, whether you consider yourself Catholic, Baptist, Methodist, Muslim, whatever your religion is, Wicca, whatever your religion is, this is how you view the world. It shapes how you present yourself to the world and how you interact with people. There's some core beliefs that are there inside of you that comes out and expresses itself even how you approach and relate to sex. And a lot of religions does have a firm stance on how they teach sexuality. Look, when I was growing up, a young Seventh-day Adventist girl, it's a very conservative religion, very conservative approach to sex. There wasn't a lot of sex education. As a matter of fact, our family was kind of a little out there because my mom was very open with us, as open as she could be, about sex and sexuality. I mean, could have gotten a little bit more? I could have, but it doesn't matter. Our religion, what's that word I'm looking for? It shows and it helps us present our sexuality to the world, or not present it, holding it back. And then let's just talk about the media. Let's just put it out there. The media is everywhere. There are people that we tune into because we like them. And when they say and give an opinion about something, we are more likely to follow it. That's just how it is. When you like somebody, you're more apt to listen to them. It is what it is. And if they tell you how they view sexuality, chances are that is how you're going to view it. It's cold. This is me. I'm like coughing all night like this. I can't wait for this thing to go away. But it's okay. There are people that are sicker. Anyway, on we go. Music. Before we move on to music, I have to mention to you about the media thing. Do you realize that media, we're talking about social media, TV, YouTube, all of those things, and one of the biggest influences on young people is pornography? Yeah, I mean, there's been a research paper that showed that pornography is one of the things that one of the major influences to people, younger people wanting to have anal sex. And we're going to talk about anal sex a couple months from now, maybe next month. I don't know. It depends on what questions come in. Media. Now on to music. Music is for real. It's the story of our lives. Is it? It is. It really is. I mean, growing up in Jamaica, we had all these music around me, and imagine with my conservative Seventh-day Adventist background, and then you have all this music, because y'all know that dance hall is for real. They are telling you how to do it, where to put it, who to do it with, and how fast and good they can do it to you. For real. And the dancing that goes on with it. Music is an influencer of our sexuality. It may not be blatant to you. I have another example. Look, me, grown woman, married, children, and Rihanna had a song the other day that I was curious about the video because they're hyping it up, and it was where she was doing the whole stripper dance thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at those moves, I want to try it. I thought it in my heart. I mean, did I say it out loud to anybody? No, but I'm saying it out loud to you now just to show you how music can influence how we feel about our sexuality and the things that we're willing even to try. I ain't go through with it, by the way. Friends. Of course, your friends are a big influence on how you view sex and sexuality. You're at that age, teens to 20s, where your friends are very important. Your social group, fitting in, being with people, like-minded people, and their views on sex, good, bad, indifferent, are gonna affect you and influence how you view sex. Top 5, there you have it. How about you? You yourself personally. Are you an influencer on how you view sex yourself? Or have you taken the time to understand what sexuality means? It's important. This is a very, very important part of our lives. We spend so much time thinking about it, and so many things around us are just wrapped up in sex. You have to take the time to try to understand it. What I want you to do is stack up all the things that you believe about sex over here. And bit by bit, take one and put it over here. Look it up. Hold it up to a microscope. Look underneath it, above it, underneath it, below it. I said underneath already, didn't I? Just examine it totally to understand why you feel this way. And if in the end you're like, you know what, I like this one, I'm gonna keep it, then you put it in the keeper pile. Do that with each thing and decide some things you're gonna keep, something you're gonna throw away, something you may put to the side and say, you know what, I don't understand it, I'm not gonna deal with it right now, and I'll take some time to understand it. You've got to do that for yourself. Guess what? All those other influences out there, whether their agenda is good or bad, they have an agenda. Some of them to make music, some of them to make money, some of them to get subscribers, likes, ratings, some of them to not have any extra grandchildren running up in their house. And then some of the things are good. It's really just to empower you and enlighten you and to help you to make good decisions. You have to sit down and really take the time to understand your sexuality and decide for yourself what is important. You know, the truth of the matter is, I do believe that there are rights and wrongs, and this is something that I'm still kind of working out inside of my head. And you know, the Bible to me is a great guide to determine the things that are right and wrong to do, and we all just need to sit down and take the time to understand how these things can affect us and just not be so influenced by everyone around us. Influence is good. At some point, you're going to have to decide for yourself, though, really. All right, that's all we got for today, guys. Look, what I want you to remember is sex affects your body and your soul. There's absolutely no soul condom. Do not wake up sex before it is ready. All right, take care, guys, and don't forget to subscribe. Look out for my regular Wisdom Wednesday videos where we talk about just different wisdom things. If you haven't seen them, I'll link one or two in the description box below for you, okay? All right, talk to you later. Goodbye.